we're here with my friend Paul Miller, also known as Woozing on on Facebook, and I wanted to get a quick interview with Paul because he's got a very interesting story of recovery and from illness and how he did that. So, Paul, do you want to introduce yourself and maybe speak a little?
Hi, as Ronnie said, my name's Paul. Some of you know me as Woozing on Facebook. I've been 100% raw now for the past 3 years. My story basically, back in 2007 I was diagnosed with stage 3 renal disease or chronic kidney disease. I was told that I would need a transplant perhaps within 10 years or at least dialysis. So my doctor set out my treatment and I was on at least 10 tablets a day. I didn't feel that I wanted to be on 10 tablets a day. I've been involved in the martial arts from an early age. I was quite a fit and healthy person. I decided to take my doctor's advice. They've trained for many years. They know what they're talking about, or they profess to know what they're talking about. And I set on taking the 10 tablets a day. I found within a very short amount of time that I'd become very lethargic, very unfit. My weight had gone up to almost 15.5 stone. The weight had increased as well because my doctor had suggested that I started to eat chicken. Absolutely crazy why a doctor would say, you know, you're leaking protein, you can't eat fruits and vegetables, but it's a good idea to eat chicken and meat. So I went against my morals completely, being a vegetarian for most of my life. And actually I found in a very short space of time that it wasn't just chicken that I was eating, it was beef, pork, turkey, anything I could get my hands on.
Sure.
Which again, didn't do very much for my health. Mentally, I was completely drained all the time. I was looking horrible on a physical sort of spectrum. I decided that I would research the sort of things that would heal me in the way that I wanted to do, more of a holistic sort of sense.
Yeah.
So I decided to look at fasting, and I think I found Natural Hygiene, Dr. Herbert Shelton, and I embarked on a 30-day fasting completely on my own. I didn't know that you had to be that you had to be supervised. Absolutely crazy. But in that time, I used the 30 days while I was fasting to completely come off my medication. Again, at my doctor and my consultants against their advice. I used the 30 days to research the sort of diet or lifestyle I wanted to lead, and I sort of came across the raw vegan lifestyle.
Sure.
Keeping in mind with the tablets I was on at the time, my blood pressure was I think 189 over 110. My resting heartbeat was somewhere in the ranges of I think it was 80 to 90. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. I was extremely unfit, couldn't run. So I embarked on a raw vegan lifestyle. At first it was really hard because I didn't have any support network around me. I think maybe after the first 2 or 3 months I started eating cooked foods again, and I sort of failed. So the lowest common denominator for me at the time was a vegan diet. And actually, along with the fasting regularly, I was fasting from 5 o'clock on a Sunday to 5 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then giving myself an eating window from 4 until 8 o'clock, still drinking lots of water throughout the day. Keeping in contact with my doctor, what had actually happened was checking my blood pressure constantly, my kidney disease. Every blood test I had, it was almost as if the protein, and with the urine test, that the protein that I was leaking was actually slowing down quite a lot.
Right.
Until my sort of final urine test, there was actually no protein leakage at all in my urine. My blood pressure, which there clearly states just from that my chronic kidney disease is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
My consultant didn't want to see me because I wasn't presenting anymore with some of the symptoms that he would want to deal with. My blood pressure had gone from, as I said, 198 at over 110 to 124 over 60, which it is now. I have a resting heart rate now of between 32 and 55. Where I couldn't even run half a kilometre, I'm now running 30, 35 kilometres every other day if I can get the chance.
Yeah.
And it's all because of a raw fruits and vegetable. It's all because of a raw vegan lifestyle.
So excellent. So basically you're diagnosed with stage 3 kidney disease. I'm guessing that's How serious is that in general? Is that something people don't recover from generally, or?
They don't, and I think the reason people don't recover from it is because of the tablets that they're given to stay on.
Sure.
I think when you give somebody an illness, they become that illness. It's a name, and that's really what scares me. Because with chronic kidney disease, there's 5 stages. So stage 3's directly in the middle. You think, right, well, I can't go back from this now.
Sure.
It can only get worse.
Yeah.
And as I said, stage 5, maybe in 10 years, would have been a transplant or dialysis. And I didn't particularly want to lose any of my kidneys.
Yeah.
I like my body the way it is, and nobody likes being ill.
Yeah.
You know, and I know how I feel mentally when I feel great. And for such a long time on those tablets, it dumbed my senses down, my feelings down, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
You know.
And is it, for maybe some people out there maybe don't realise that there's people that have probably the motivation for them to stay 100% or to stay as healthy as they can or as they feel they can is because they're recovering from illness and because they maybe can't go back to other things because it just doesn't feel.
And I think that's what does give you the motivation, because you know how good it works. And I see so many people fall off and they say that this lifestyle doesn't work. The lifestyle works, of course it does, because you can see that it's repairing illnesses. You know, we hear about people who have been able to overcome, cancer, other illnesses. You know, this lifestyle works. If it doesn't, it's a person that doesn't work, not the lifestyle. This lifestyle's perfect.
Sure.
You know, what else can I say? It's given me a whole new lease of life. It's shown me actually I don't need to listen to what doctors say.
Sure.
You know, don't get me wrong. You know, if I get hit by a bus, sure, I want to go to a hospital. I want to go and see a doctor. But for general everyday health, I'm going to keep on eating my fruits and vegetables because I know how much vitality I've got from doing that. Yeah. I've turned my life around completely.
Excellent. And just a quick thing about the fasting. Now, a lot of people will say, you know, you need to be lying down and inactive all the time when you're fasting, but that kind of wasn't what you followed.
It wasn't, and at the time I don't think I sort of like done the amount of research that I probably should have done at the time, because I sort of found that actually rather than lying down and sort of resting throughout the whole fast, so I didn't know there was procedure and protocol, and sort of it's crazy. I like to be extreme. My whole life is about being extreme, and I didn't just want to do a 3-day fast. I was my first fast. I want to do 30 days. 3 days? What's 3 days? 30 days. I'm going to be extreme. So I did the 30-day fast. And what I actually found was when I increased my water, I think I was drinking 8 litres of water a day. I went from running in the 30 days, from not being able to run, as I said, 1 kilometre, to actually running 10k, to then running 20k. During my fast, I was still working. I was still teaching 26 classes a week. I was also on top of that coming home and cooking food for my son and my wife at the time as well. So you can imagine how difficult that is. You're fasting, you're not eating, you're looking in the cupboards, you're looking at food that you're cooking for everybody else, and you've got this jug of water. But actually, as I said, what I found was while I was fasting, my mental clarity was just phenomenal. On a more spiritual level, I was able to understand things. I was getting on with people a lot better. My mind was clearer. My body was a lot sharper. Just what a fantastic experience. Okay,
do you want to just finish off by maybe promoting your channel and things like that, or page, or how can people contact you?
Thank you very much.
I'm sure there's a lot of people with kidney problems out there that would like to speak to you about it.
And again, I'd love to hear from anybody out there who wants some advice. My Facebook channel is facebook.com/woo vegan, so that's WU vegan, and then you can find my YouTube channel from that. I think it's Raw Vegan, but you can hook up on Facebook for my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you very much, Ronnie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.